Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to make the point of sale system project using Node.js and Angular. Let me start the project. So I'm going to make the folder in my F drive. So right click, new folder. I'm going to create Node projects. Right. So here I'm going to create two different projects. First I'm going to do the backend part. After that we have to connect with the front end. So right click, new. Yeah, backend. It's a backend. Backend. Go inside the folder here. I'm going to type on the address bar cmd npm init to create the new Node.js project. So first, I'm going to give the project name and package name is pass version. We have to no need this all things. Press enter key. Here we have to yes. Now the package has been created. These all things I'm going to open up on my VS Code editor. Okay. If you are not installed the VS Code editor in your machine, you must install the VS Code editor. That is a professional editor to write the Node.js program. Okay. Now you have to write code space dot to open up your entire project into VS Code editor. Right. Trust project. Right. So your project is open up successfully. You will be able to see your project is open up successfully. Here, this is your project. Right. Package.js this project only there. Now, what we are going to do is, I'm going to create the one file. So right click here, this one, right click, new, index. So you write server.js, you write server.js. Fine. Okay, the server.js, right. First, this is a Node.js. First, we have to install the server. What is server of Node.js? That is a Express. So you have to run the Express server. You have to install the Express server first. So how to install the Express server? You have type npm express. So okay, if you are a beginner, don't worry about that. This project I guide you how to do the programming from the beginners, right? So it's very simple. Here it goes to the Express library. Very simple. This library here, how to install this npm I express. Click on this link. Back to my project. Here, open up the terminal. Press enter key. Your project is over, right. Your project is the npm express. It has been installed successfully. All the packages has been installed successfully, right. Now here, what I'm going to do is here. Here you can see there is another library will be installed. There is a node module here. After install the npm I express, right. Now the server is installed successfully. After that, I want to install another library which is for connecting the database, which is a MongoDB. Okay, so before install the library, you must install the MongoDB database. Okay, so how to install the MongoDB database? I have a video on my video description. You can go through that video and install the MongoDB database. Okay, so MongoDB database you can. I have installed. So go to the respective website and you have to install that. There's a MongoDB Compass. Okay, this is the GUI application of MongoDB. If you want to do instead of MongoDB, there's another one, RoboMango. This is also the another one. Okay, this is the open source for GUI application. Okay, you can install either this or that. Okay, that is your wish, right? So I have installed in my machine this one. So here this one. After install that, you can open up here my MongoDB Compass, right? So some other students after install them, it is not connecting. The problem is sometimes you can go to service. Here you must see whether the MongoDB server is running or not. Here the MongoDB server is my machine is running. If your machine default, it will be stopped. Okay, default it will stop. If it stop like this, okay, if it stop like this, you have to right click and start the server. Then only the MongoDB server is running. If the MongoDB server is running only, you will be able to connect the database connectivity. Otherwise, if you want be connect the database connectivity. So you have to make sure that the MySQL service running or not. First, you must check before you have to do the program. So that is must. So here, if you click on this, here successfully it will be connecting, so no problem. Right, now what you're going to do is, it's MongoDB is connected successfully. Now I'm going to go to the works, right? So after that I'm going to install the another dependency, which is a mongoose. The mongoose, which is a library which will be establish the database connection between nodejs and MongoDB. Okay, this data is a nodejs server. This is the express server in between the express server and MongoDB database. There is a library called mongoose. So how to install? You type npm mongoose. Click on this. It goes to the respective website. Here, this is the installations. Okay, so you have to type this command. But you have to type this command to install the mongoose library. So you don't copy, you click on this clipboard. If you click on the, it will be copied. Now you back to your project at the server, the project. Here, the terminal window, you right click, you just right click. Okay, it will be placed, it will be pasted. After that, press enter key. Now it begin install your mongoose library. Okay, after install the mongoose library, your server, you have installed the server successfully, mongoose library you have installed successfully. Right, now first we have to connect the port and library. So you have to connect the port, establish a port. But it's a port the MongoDB server is running, you can give any port, and we have to make the connectivity, mongoose connect. So let me see how to do the things. Right, so first what you are going to do is, you have to write a constant variable. You have to write express equal require. Here write express, right? Okay, so after that we have to write the second library. I'm going to import it in constant mongoose equal required. Here also you have to write mongoose. Copy and paste it over here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to I'm going to write another one is a const. You have this app, I'm going to initialize it. So how to initialize? I'm going to create the object app equal express, right? Okay, so express, right? Now what you're going to do is, after that I'm going to connect the port. So port, I'm going to, you are give another any port. So I'm going to create the object of port concept variable. I'm going to create the concept variable. Okay, so port, what is the port you can give on? Okay, I'm going to connectivity this port as 7000 port. If you want, you can type 3000, 8000, whatever. Okay, I just give us 7000. Okay, this is my server is running on 7000 port. This is the variable. Okay, this is assigned to here. Okay, right. Now what you're going to do is, I'm going to first, I'm going to connect the connection and port. Okay, so first I'm going to go to write the things is this. So first I'm going to write over here. We have to write constant variable MongoDB MongoDB URL. Here I'm going to the URL. What's the URL? Your MongoDB server is running. You don't type this one here. Here you can get the here. I'm going to disconnect it. Here this is the server. You just copy here. Otherwise if you are not copying, you just type it. Sometimes you maybe leave some mistake on the spelling mistake. So what is your database? Database, I'm going to create here as we want to create the database myself. So here create the database db pos collection. I'm going to first collect only first table. I'm going to give us categories. This, right? So what is the db pos? So what's the database you have created? Db pos. So I want to give the database name, which is a db pos. This is the database name we have created, db pos. So I had given the database name here correctly, db pos. Db pos is a database. Okay, right? So after that this is a URL. So after that we have to make the connectivity, right? So we have to write it over here. Mongoose, this mongoose, you get this one dot connect, right? So connect, so you have to write here the URL, MongoDB URL, the URL. So URL, you have to write URL. After that you have to write this is a URL, your connectivity is URL, right? That's thing you have to write it over here, right? So that's the things you have to write it, connectivity URL. So after that what I'm going to do is here, so here the in our latest version of MongoDB we no need to write use new URL pass through unified topology tool. There's no need. Okay, the latest, if you install the Node.js latest one. If it is old one, you have to install it. Okay, I recommend you have to install the Node.js new one. Okay, Node.js, you go to the respective website, you have Node download. Yeah, this I have installed in my machine, the latest one, so no need the installed here. The one is there, so you have to install the versions, right? That's a must, right? So after that, what I'm going to say, we have done all the things, right? So after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connection all the things I have tested. Connect constant variable connection equal mongoose dot connection. Right here, write app dot listen. So port listen, you have to type the port listen. You have to write port, this port. You have to write the arrow function. So arrow function, you write the arrow function. That you write arrow function. You have to, right? So you have to write the arrow function. You check it port. Okay, so you have to test it over here port. You have right here console.log. You have right here. Here, right, if the port is connected successfully, you have right server running. Server is running port. You have right here port, this port. After that, same thing, another one we have to check it here. Connection. You have to write the connectivity. MongoDB connectivity is correct connected or not. You have to write the same another things you have to write here. Connection, once this was a connection, this was a connection, you have to write connection, mongoose connection, right? You have to write mongoose connection, right? So that connection dot you have to write once. You have to write once. Okay, so you have to write open comma, you have to write it over here. Arrow function, you have to write arrow function, open and close bracket. Here you have to write it over here. This all things MongoDB is connected. The connection is open is once. Okay, you have to write once MongoDB connected. That's the thing you have to write it over here. Okay, that's the thing you have to write it over here. So that's a thing we have to write it over here. Now let's save all, run the application. How to run the application? You have to type the command not, what's the file, server.js, right here. Server is running. Okay, so MongoDB also get the, we have to put the port also. Port no need support. So the MongoDB server is running. Both are running successfully here. Server is running. This port, okay, 700 port. MongoDB is connected. Okay, MongoDB is connected successfully. Okay, both are be done well. Okay, our MongoDB database and port is connected successfully. Now, in order to implement the POS system, we have a we have to take the notepad. we have a category, brand, product section, and sales section, sales and sales details. These are the simple stuff we have to do the point of sale system, right? Category, if you have a, there is ID, cat name, category name, brand which has ID and brand name, product which is a product ID, after that product name, PROD name, product name, cat ID and brand ID, and price and quantity, right? So you simply you write like this. The sales details we have discussed later on. Okay, so the category, imagine you have category, cat ID category, there are various category. Okay, book is one category, ball is one category, washing machine, TV, radio, there are plenty of category. So if you imagine I have a TV, okay, TV, second category I'm going to type it as, second one is a washing machine, machine, washing machine. Okay, so TV as a brand, which brand? LG. The TV as a various brand. Okay, LG is one brand, second is Sony is a second brand. There are various brand. The TV consists of various brands. The third one should be LG is a one brand, second is a Sony, third one which is a Samsung. Samsung. Okay. Okay, there are plenty of brands of TVs. Okay, etc. Right. So products. The product ID. Product name is something. Some name here. LG. Is a product name. Category which is a one. So TV. Brand which is a LG one. So price. I imagine 23,000. Quantity 100 quantity left. Right. So this up here we have added the database table. Record will be added like this way. Okay, the category, there's a category table. You will be able to add the category section. You have a brand table. You will be able to manage the brand details. You have a product table. You shall be able to add the product details. Okay, you shall be able to add the category detail. You shall be able to add the brand details. You shall be able to add the product details. This is how we have managed the point of sale system. After that, we will be able to manage the sales details. We will be talk it later on. So these things you must understand. Okay, so if you are looking the relationship, what is the relationship? Okay, this is must. So one category consists of one category, one TV, which is a category. One TV consists of many products. Okay, one TV consists of many products. Okay, LG is a one TV, another one Sony is another TV. There are many products. This one category consists of many products. Okay, one brand LG consists of one brand as a many products. The LG has many products. LG may have TV, may have washing machine, may have a radio, something like that, and fan. Okay, so you have to understand the relation. One category has many products, one brand has many products. Okay, so first you have to keep in your mind how the relationship works. Okay, this is the flow, the data flow. Okay, this is our simple table. This is how we have the database schema. We have to create the database schema. Okay, you have to go through this one. I hope you guys you understood things well. I will see you in my next video tutorial. First you have to understand what I did today. Thank you. In our class we have done the establish the database connection, everything perfectly well. Let's continue the video, right? Okay, so here we have to create the backend part. I'm going to create another one is a folder structure. Second folder I'm going to say routes. First folder I'm going to create as routes. Second folder I'm going to create as src. Third folder I'm going to create as a models. You write models, right? So these are the folders I have created. So is there any folder structure models, routes. You have to write the routes src, right? So these are the folders I have created, right? Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to first uh, I'm going to implement the route. So I'm going to implement the route. So first what I'm going to do is, I'm going to implement the first route as a category route. Okay, so we have a category route, right? So what I'm going to do is here. So it's a route first. The route which is the things which will be indicate the path of the API. It indicate the path of the API. Okay, so here right click, new. You have to write the first one is a category route routes.js. Right. So first I have to implement the Express server here. Right. So Express server is a server. So this is server's annotation. Okay. So carefully you have to watch that. Okay. Second one, I have to implement the routes. Here this one object. So as an object here Express this one. Okay, so you have to create the object of the routes. Okay. So you have to write here. You can see here. You can write const variable. You have to write router equal express dot router. You have to import them, right? So after that we have create the router. Okay, so we have to the express server, you have to connect the route with the express server. This server is the express server. This express server we have to give the relationship as a route. Okay, so then only the route will be connected, right? Okay, so after that what I'm going to do is here first I'm going to go to do the thing is here first I'm going to do the thing is right here. I'm going to first you have to write this route object. You have to get the router dot is the method called route. Okay, so you have to write router. This router, there is a method which is a route. So you have to write route. Okay, so here when the request is coming, you have to write slash category slash get all. Right, get all something. You write all the capital. Okay, get all. So get, you have to write, you have to pass in the respective, you have to pass in the respective controller. So you have which controller you have to go to the category controller. You have to write as a kernel case. There is a efficient way. There is a method called get data controller function. You just type as function, right? So I haven't created yet this function. Okay, so what I did here is when the request is coming, so when the imagine, so when the server, so you have tested through the postman look like this. HTTP, what's the port? The localhost. This is server. I'm going to write a localhost server. HTTP slash localhost. The port will be here connected 7000 port. The request is coming, or what the request is coming slash this is request. Which request? Route get all. The request is coming get all. What happened is here get all. What happening? This goes to category controller. This is the action method which is a get data action method. Category controller get data action method. It goes to category controller get data as the action method. Keep in your mind. That is simple stuff you have to understand. It passing to the request, the particular request to the get data get controller action method. Okay, so after that it will be process on the upon the request, and it will be send the response. Okay, right. Okay, receive the request, it will be process the data upon on the request and send back to the request. So how the request is coming? So now what you're going to do is we have to create the src folder. Here we are, I'm going to create the controller. So the controller. So here we have to create the controller. So src, we have to create the controller. How to create the controller? Here you have to create the folder category controller dot js. Simple. It's very simple. Sorry. So it's not a folder. For this folder, I'm going to create a file. Inside the folder, I'm going to create a file which is a sorry, I have made a mistake. This one, I'm going to make this one as a category folder. This category folder, I'm going to create a file which is a category controller dot js. Right. Okay. Right. Once the request is coming, we have to receive the request. So how the request receiving? So here also we have to implement these two things. Where the same thing you have to implement it over here as well. So which one? Category routes the same thing. You have to get this here also while the server and route we have to put it here. After that, we have a function. Okay, so what's the function? We have created a function. You have to get all. So get all. So I'm writing and telling you. Then now you have to easily understand. Okay, so without make a copy. So here write var. You have to create the variable. Get this one. Same thing. You don't need to write again. This get function we have to write it over here equal you have to write this is the assign function. Assign function. Okay, so it will be what is the meaning of your assign function? Once the request is gone, it will wait until the request completed. Okay, right? So it will be wait. Okay, that's the assign function. Okay, so assign function, right? If you put assign, you have to put the keyword avoid. Okay, so you have to write the try catch block. This is an efficient way. Try. Okay, try. You have to write constant category equal. You have to write avoid function. It will be sending to which area category model. Dot there is a method called which is a find method. So to implement the find method. Okay, right. So here rs dot send. Here I would get this one. Catch error. Here write the same thing rs dot status 400 dot send error. Right. What happens is when the request is coming, you have to get receive the request over here. Get data controller function. Receive the request. Okay, here if you are called get as a response request, it pass into here. Where it will be passing this request to category model. What is the model? It is nothing but a database. Okay, it is nothing but a database model. Okay, it is nothing but a database model. Just a model is nothing but a database model. Okay, so what are the table structure available in the database table columns? Okay, so record is add if you are going to add or view the data through that models. Okay, it's through that model. Without a model we cannot communicate with the data collection. Okay, the table we are not telling in MongoDB table. Instead of table we are telling that as a collection, right? So if we are write as find, we have to write as a blank array. It's called as we have to view all the data. It indicate this array which is nothing but getting all the data. Okay, we can view all the data. without a condition. If we put any condition, the respective data will be viewable. So if you have put all open and close bracket, we can view all the data, right? Okay, right. So it will be send the which one, take the request and send the response. So you have tried the take the request. So here where we have to get the, here also we are sending where it's a model to find the data, right? So now what you're going to do is I'm going to make the model, right? So now I'm going to create the model. We have a separate folders are there. It's a model. So here click this one. Here we have to category. Don't type this one. You copy this same thing simply instead of writing. You have to delete them here. Okay, we have already written, no? So we no need to return again. Yes, right. So now what I'm going to use category model. Okay, simple model is a category model. First, I am going to implement this Mongoose namespace, the Mongoose library. So where's the Mongoose library already we have to define. So where in our server class here, this library we have to call this because this is the library we need to communicate with the database, the Mongoose library. So after that, we have to create the schema. We have to create a schema. Right. Schema, what you are going to do is here. So write var schema equal mongoose dot schema mongoose dot schema. Here we have to write var, right? So here var we have to write this one should be the category schema. So okay, we have to name it as category schema equal new schema. Open and close bracket. So here what you're going to do is here we have to write it here open and close bracket. What you're going to do is here we have to define the columns. So what are the columns? Cat name, category. I have already explained what are the fields, cat name and status. So cat name you have defined type string comma required true, required true. Okay, so after that what you're going to do is the status open and close bracket. So you have to write it as a type boolean default false. Right. So now this is schema. These are the columns. These are the columns structure. Okay, these columns, what you're going to do is this how the column will be created in our database collection. Okay. So what you're going to do is we have to this all things we have to import, export, right? So we have what you're going to do is we have to write it here as here, right? So here write this all things, you have to close them. Here you have to import it. Okay, you have to write like this here. Const, you have to write category, say category equal mongoose dot model. Here you have to write this how the categories are created. So categories. So write categories. So categories, comma. You have to write category schema. This category schema. Which category schema? This category schema. Okay, it will be column that the column will be created upon the schema. Okay, what is the schema you have defined? Column will be created upon on the schema which will be you declare. Right. Now what I did here is so far this is the mongoose model, so categories. This how the table collection would be created in our database collection. Okay, this is a name which is created on the MongoDB. But the schema which will be this is the schema. This is schema format. Upon the schema format, the column has been created. Right. So After that, model export category mean it will be generate to outside. You have to generate the outside. Like this how they are generated the outside. Okay, if you are not export, okay, this class not accessible. So that's all the things we have to put in this one, this class. Okay, accessible class. Okay, so all the things I just save all, right? So let's go to the model as well. Model also we have to export it. Right? So how to export the all things export it. Okay, isn't it? Right, for to define here this also the export. So you have to try to export this also things I have to export. Whereas controller here the controller also we have to export it. You have to write model export. This all things we did not return. So you have to write get all function. This one you have to this get all data of controller function. This get outside. Okay, right. So after that, this model. So second one is a route model. Route also that we have to export it. So so the routes also you have to export it. Right. Export model export route. Right. We have to export like this. So this is the way we have to write it. Okay. So then only we have to give the path. Right. So now we have to understand when the request is coming. So what I'm going to do is we have to have the path for the server. Okay. So when the request is coming, this is when the server is running. This is the page where first it will be running. So we have to give the path as a route path. So you have to give the route path so that you have to understand it better thing. Right. So here let me add the path as well. Right. So here I'm going to go to the path first. So category routes. So category routes. Right. Now I have created the variable var category routes equal required. Here your route is the first when the application is running of this page. It will be calling the routes which is a required. Dot mean is a current file. The dot mean is a current directory which is dot slash. Okay, it will be called slash. It goes to the one folder inside. It goes to open one folder. How to open one folder? Dot means a current directory. Dot slash open the one folder means goes to this folder routes. Inside this folder there is a file which name is category routes. That page as one file which name is category routes. It goes that particular folder, the file. What happen is here it will be calling the particular controller. So here we have I have mentioned the path. The request is goes to this which path, but I haven't defined the define the uh, define the path where your controller is reside of your project, where your controller resided on your project. Okay, so we have to mention the path. Okay, so without mentioning the path, how can we handle the funder if you have given the path when the request is coming, it goes to this controller. We haven't given the path where your controller is inside this for project. So we have to give the path as well. So path we have given. Um, right. So let's set the path. So now you have to understand that this is very important stuff. Okay. So that we have a this category model. This controller so where's the routes. Right. Now you can understand this path must. Okay, so the category. So here I'm going to make the controller which is a category controller. So category controller this is a variable I make it required. This is the path where your controller should be resided. So out the path. So here now I am into where I am in the routes folder. Which routes folder? Routes folder. I want to go backwards, not forwards. The backwards. Backwards mean if go outside this folder. I want to access this file, this controller outside. So here, if I put double dot slash means it's come out of the router folder. Right now, the if you put this one, if you come out of the router folder. Now what you're going to do is router folder. If you go out of the router folder, there is a file you will be able to see src. Inside the src folder, there is a file controller category. You go control category. There inside this category folder, there is a file category controller. Now we will be able to accessible. You have to give the path. This path we have to give and assign to this particular variable. This variable you have to call it here. When the request is coming, it goes to that particular path to access this particular controller get action method. Now here, if it is successfully aligned, so here if you put controller key and click on this, it goes to that particular method successfully. Okay, this is how we have to make the program very easy way I have to teach. Okay, so no, without any barrier. Okay, so you have to understand the concept. Now I have successfully goes to this action method. This action method sending the request via category model. So category model is the path we haven't given yet. So how to given the path? So this is how we have given the path as well. Category model. So sorry, category model. So control here. This category model also you understand things well. You must this one, right? Now I mean we are category controller I mean. Okay, so category controller sending the path to category model. So category model. So what you are going to do is we have write double dot slash mean. So here you can here here you observe these things. This is very important stuff. Okay, so you can see here category controller. We have to go out because there are two folders. Category control. If you go here category after that service src. So we have write double dot mean slash mean. It's gone out of the folder. Now there is another folder which is src. So again your dot slash mean it come out of the folder. Now I have out of the folder of src. Now if you go out of the folder, there is a folder which is a model. So the model, there is a file where you can accessible category model. Right. This is the scenario. This is the path we have given successfully. I hope you guys understood things well. Okay, so what I taught today, so you must go through this lesson because with this very important while you are making the Node.js projects. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome back. In our last video, we talked about the category section of the point of sale system project. We already made the category section. So this is a server. We are passing the routes. Okay, so here routes, we are calling the routes. Okay, here, right? So when this server is running, so here first we have to passing the route into where this route is calling to the here route inside the routes folder. We have category routes. When the request is coming like this, it goes to the category controller get data controller function. Get data controller function, category controller get data function. It will be calling the model to get all the records. So here it's calling to here and get all the records, load the records and passing to the front end. Right. Now let's run and check it. What's the problem? All right, the problem is here. Routes, category routes, and name it, but sometimes right. So problem is this. Call the name is wrong. Right now again I'm going to run the project again. What's the problem? We can't the model route. Sorry, routes, not routes. That's the problem. Here the category here the server dot the current directory, it goes to this routes folder. Inside the routes folder, this one. So here now again what's the problem? Model category model. So last class we haven't checked it, that's why category model. Where's the model controls category model? So God, models, this models category model. Right, now let's save all. Now run the application. Here it's running, right? So let it start. So here we can see here this get request. This is a get request postman http:// localhost. This is the port where my Node.js server is running. So this is a port. Where? Which port? The 7000 port server is running. Okay, so when the category get all, so category get all means when the request is coming, category get all. So if you click on this, so it is a blank mean there is no data. The data is there, it will be coming. Okay, its data is coming, it's there. Right. Now what you are going to do is working. Now I'm going to do the remaining create part. So how to do the create part? So we will do continue the create section. Create section. So we have to create the record. So how to create the record is first I'm going to decline the routes for create record. So how to create the record? So I write it over here, routes folder. So the same thing, just copy this a get record. So post here. We have to create. We have to create here. Write create category create. When the request is create category control, we have to go to the create user controller method. Right. So here it's goes to that method. That particular method I'm going to create here as we have a controller. We have to create the method. This controller I'm going to create the method. What create the method? This copied. Same method paste it here. We have to write here this method. We have to call it here create control method. So here we have the here. Right. So here I'm going to create the method. So I'll be explaining. Don't worry. So create method. Right. So here this is a create method. Here we are at the record. So here when you are create the method, so you have to call the export outside. So here right now it's fine. So here when the method is coming here, when the record is coming as a request, so it's a T body. Here also record is coming. We are from the postman. It will get receiving all the records assigned to the here. We are this category variable. Here if you are calling the assign function, you have to avoid. Here you have to write first category validate means validate the input whether all the validate input are correctly done. If it is done the output validation well, after that we have to call the save method to save the data. Right? This is the object. This all the module data will be passed to this object. This one there is a method called save. Right? So it will be save the record. So it's not save it. What is there? It's save it. Just model. This model here. This save model. It's this one. Here this all the record should be goes to a category model. Okay, we are calling the save method. It will be calling this model. Right? So if the success is category created, otherwise it will be created. Right. Now let me check it. Categories create. Which a post method, body, row. You get the record like this. This model is the records. I'm going to close it over this whole things. So bracket. Here one category, comma, status here true. Now click create button. Here the category has been created successfully. Now you can see, check it here. Refresh it. Here the category has been shown here. Successfully it will be created. Now I'm going to show the working flow. When the request is coming, category create from the front end. Here category create. It goes to the category controller create action method. So here if you hold on the control key down, click on here, it goes to that method. This method here you have to export it over here. You can say assign function, get the request, it passing to the particular request to the here this category. Okay, so here it will be validate whether the input all the validated are successful. After all the validated success, it will be save the record. Okay, it will be save the record into the database category created, right? So that's the thing you have to do it. So another thing I have forgot to tell one things. You have to install the body parser. If you are not installed the body parser, you have to install the body parser and call it over here app.use body parser. That is must. Okay, so here if you don't have any idea how to install, here control C to stop it. You have to type this one npm I body parser. You have to install, then after that you have to define this one. After that you have to call it here body parser, right? So I hope you guys you understood things well. I'll be continued my next video to how to update and delete the record. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome back. In our last video, we talked about the category section. So how to view the record and create the record. Okay. So the update and delete we will discuss about later on, right? So now I am going to moving to the brand section. Okay, so here if you want to write brand section, right? Right. So now what you're going to do is brand. So I'm going to create the brands. So here is a models, routes. So here I'm going to go to the server. So the server I'm going to do the same thing. This go to the server. This is a part of the route. So the first here I'm going to declaring here the var variable language the brand routes required. This also brand routes. Right. Now here inside the routes folder I'm going to create a brand dot js. It's a brand route. Okay, so here this same these two routes I'm going to paste it over here brand. Okay, so here this one should be the our brand control. Here the category control me. Here we have to create this one as a brand controller brand, right? So brand here brand, here at brand control. You have to create the brand control over here. Now here if the request is coming brand get all, it goes to the brand controller get controller function. Here it's going to create brand controller create action method, right? That's it. Now I'm going to create the controller inside this folder. Which folder? Brand folder, brand controller. So here for the src I'm going to create a new folder as brand folder. This is a brand folder. So this is a category folder. Brand. So you write this category folder. Inside the category we have a category. So brand. It's inside the src folder we have a brand. So the brand folder we have to create a file which is a brand controller. So you have to write brand controller dot js. Okay, so the brand controller dot js, the brand controller. Okay, this is first one is the category. This is, it is residing in category, so it's a brand. So now what you are going to do is here brand, right? So here more inside the src folder we have a brand folder. Inside the brand folder we have brand file. This is a category. We have two for different folder have created inside the src brand folder and category folder. Brand folder category controller. I'm going to just copy all the things, paste on over here. Here what you're going to do is this all thing as keep is it as it is. Okay, the model also we have to create inside models. Here also the brand model, only the names you have to change. Other things are same. Brand model is a brand. So this brand we have to call it over here. It's a brand model, right? So after that, this one also brand. Here all things are make it as a brand. It's a brand, right? It's a brand created, right? That's the thing. That's how we have do the code. So after that, what you're going to do is here, you go look into the model section. We have to create the model, which is a brand model dot js, right? Brand model dot js you have to create it, right? Now the category model, all things you have just copied and paste it over here. Here only you make the changes is a brand schema, brand schema. This you have to call it over here. This one should be the plural. You have to write brands. Okay, here also this is a brand. You have to export outside as a brand. Right, that's it. That's the thing you have to write. Okay, these are all the things we have done successfully. Right, so we saw all the things you have to make it as a brand controller. It's called the brand controller. Create page. So brand controller create page. You have to make it this one as a go to when the record is a brand find brand. So here we have to brand model, but make it as a brand name. It's a brand name. Okay, the brand name. Brand control. You have to go to the brand controller. So the brand model, you have to call them brand model here also. So brand, right? So the same thing. All the category you have to change it as a brand. Okay, so when the request is coming via the front end, it's calling to the this one, right? So you have to implement the APIs, but call it this one as a brand routes. Okay, it's also when the out is it goes the folder the routes for the brand routes. So here has the brand routes. It's goes the brand routes. It's calling to the slash create post method. You are calling the create function. So if the request is coming, create function goes to here, right? What's the records you are getting? It will be first you have to validate the inputs and save the data, right? Now let's run and check it whether it's working fine or not. Now let's file save all. You have to run it on the application as node server.js. It's working. Now I'm going to test that. The same thing, I'm just copy it. Take another thing, the post mapping. Here's a brand. Here also you have to select a row, open and close bracket, brand name, colon, LG, comma, status, true, true. Now let's click save. Here brand created successfully. Now same thing, just copy this. You have to take another one. Here you have to write get method. You have to get all. Click on send button. Here the newly created brand has been shown here. Back to here, I'm going to create another brand as a Samsung. Status true. Click on this. The brand has been created. We'll go to the get all method here. If you take it here, it will be you will be able to view the data, right? You have created the data, you have to view the data, right? Very simple, right? So implemented the things, okay? Very simple, okay? So here we already did it two things. One is how to make the in our first point of sale system we done the category section and brand section. So how to create the products and how to view the products, right? We have done the sections, right? We have to implement the simple section. This is the things we have to do it, right? The edit and delete section we have already have a different application. You have to put it here, edit the products and delete the products. This is the things we have to do it. Okay, so now in my next video tutorial I'm going to implement the product section. So I'm going to do the products, so how to insert the products, right? How to view the products and sales section, all things we have covered. Okay, thank you for watching. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class we complete the branding section. Okay, so how to validate the brand. Now let me talk about the products. So products we are consist of the product name, description, price, category ID and brand ID. So we have already show the relationship. Okay, one category has many brands, many products, one brand has many products. So in order to make the relationship and do the models, okay, so what you're going to do is first step I'm going to go to do the model first, right? So model, I'm going to create this model which is a product model .js, right? So here what you're going to do is I'm going to copy this model Same model I'm going to copy it. This brand model we are copy to product model. Everything same here. To make this one as a product schema. So this one here also the product name. So product name. So the remaining fields you have to write it over here. So I am already written. So here I would get them here also well the product model. So product name, description, price. So I'll be explain. Don't worry that about that. This all the things. Okay. Don't worry about that. I'll be explaining. So here you will look at the table structure, right? So after that, we have made another collections, right? Another column here is a description. This is the data type. So required. This is a price also number. You would make the data type. Status billion. You are defaultly select as false, right? So these are the column which will be exist in our product table. Product name, description, price and status, right? After that, we have to make the relationship. So here in the product table, we have a category ID and brand ID. So we can't get category and brand ID without make the relationship. So you have to make the relationship. How to make the relationship? In Node.js, you have type schema type object ID. So object ID ref category model. The category model means this same name you have to call it here. Here what's the name you are given is a category. Here this all things we have to assign to this category. This same name you have to map it over here. Then only it will be mapping, right? So after that, the same thing as we have to do the brand also. I want a brand ID. So brand ID is the primary key which is available in the brand table. So you have to take it as a foreign key over here. So here also in order to make the relationship, you have type schema type object ID here ref brand. This brand is coming from this brand here. This brand is export. The same name you have given here. Then only it will be mapping reference. Okay, so I have right. Okay, after that we have to do the another thing is here we have to here export outside. You have to export the brand here. This is the products schema. The schema, this is a name we are in our database is created, right? The database is created which is products. Okay, products. Okay, so products, it will be created as products. So here what you are going to do is here now what I'm going to do is right products. So what you are going to do is it will be export outside. You have to write model export product, right? So after that, I want to populate the data. So we have to populate data mean we have to display the category name. So we have a instead of display the category ID, the category name should be displayed. Here instead of display the brand ID, brand name should display. So how to do the thing is so here first what you are going to do is here first we have to run the application sheet. Okay, so I'm going to make comment it. So comment it. So let's do the things. We have to model is finished. Now I'm going to create the routes which is a products route. So we have to write product routes.js, right? So here also the same category routes I just copy and paste it over here. Here I'm going to make this as a product controller. So write product controller is the src folder. We have to create a product controller. Here make the folder product. Here also the product controller. You write a product controller over here. We have to give the paths correctly. So here we have to implement the product. Here also product controller. You write product controller get functions. The product controller create function. You have to write this one also the product controller. Product get all method. Product create. Right. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is you have to save all. I'm going to go to see like the src folder. Right click new folder. You have to write product you have to write here product controller, the same name I'm just copied. You have to write product controller.js. Okay, the same category controller what you have done, all things just copied and paste it over here. Now you have to change this and all things as a product model. So we have a product model, the same name you get a product model. This is a product model. You have to write it here. It is here inside the product folder product model. How to implement the path, all things I have already explained. So this is all the path where your product model is resided. I have explained the path over here. It will be assigning to here this product model. So this product model I'm going to call it here. So here the get product here find data. Okay, So here we have to write here. After that, the create also we have to call this product details. Okay, so we have all the things are your products. Category you have to make change it as product. Product. This is also the product. Here also this one is the product. Product validation is a product save. It's a product created. Right. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is you have to control save all. Now let's again I'm going to control C to stop. I'm going to run the application again. Right. No error. Okay, so here again I want to do the another thing is we have to forget it for the server also we have to implement the products data. So you write a copy it, you have to write routes, your product routes, you have the product routes. So product routes, I'm going to rename, copy this. This is the product routes. Here also the product routes is there. This product route also we have to call it here. This copy this, paste it over here. This called as product routes. Copy and paste it over the product routes. Control save all. Control C to stop the server. Again rerun the server again. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to write it over here. Products create. Right. Product create. So I'm going to just go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my. I'm going to get one it's a brand creation. Okay, so here what's the database we have connected. So database we have take it, which is a DB post. Okay, let's back to our database DB post. This is a database. Okay, we have two tables, the three tables of the products, category, and brand. So here now I'm going to go to add the products details. So what you're going to do is we have already have a categories. Okay, so to expand this one, your brand. So here the brand is there, categories there. So one category we have two different brands. Okay, sense right. So now I'm going to add the products. Okay, so products, how to add the products? So we have to go to the same address I just copied. Post method, first you have to add the products. This one product create body row of your JSON format. You have to open and close it, open bracket and close bracket. So yeah, we have to go back to here. So this all the schemas, so all the things you have just copied, paste it over here. We have to make it as this a JSON format. You have to make the JSON format, right? So we have to things you have to write it over here. Products. You have to write products. You have to write product name, which is a LG000 something like that. Product name. Description also you have to write it over here. You have to write this change it as a JSON format. Right, here also JSON format. You have to change as JSON format. Okay, this is how we have check it the true postman. You have to write LJ blah 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 something like that. Comma price also you have to write the price. You have to write price also. You have to write price also. Uh, price, comma, comma, status also true. True or false. You have to make it as true. Category and brand. Category also you have to write this one. This category. You have to write this category ID. This category ID. This is char. You have to write it here. Category. I just put it the char. This one. Okay, we have to make the category. This one I just put it the example purpose. The brand. I'm going to set the brand ID, which is a okay. So when you add the product and brand, you have to get this ID. So if you have put your own ID, it won't work, right? Okay, so this is the product, the brand. Okay, brand of the product. This is a category of the product. Okay, so here you have to write LG char. LG char. This is a char. I'm going to make LG char. This is a price. So here the category is a char. This is a brand LG, right? So I'm just click save button, send button. So what happened? I haven't run this. So Control C to stop server. I'm going to rerun the server. All right, now let me check it. What's the error? So the products create. But the port it should be running 7000 port. So 7000 port. We're running on 7000 port. Sorry. Bad requires non-white spaces. So non-white spaces. Next white space after JSON. That's the things happen. Let me check it. What's the error? Let's run the application. Now here, if you run the application, here I have path product name is required product name. Oh, here I have missed one product name. So here's a product name like this. So here, what's the product name here? We are looking at the model. We gave this one. So okay, that's the problem. So I'm going to change that. Again, I run it here. Product created successfully. Now let's back to our database and check it whether product is created or not. Here, the product has been created successfully. Okay, so product has been created successfully. Now what we are going to do is my product is created successfully. Now I want to view the product. So how to view the product? So we have to use the get method to view the products. Okay. So we have to write the get method to view the product. So we have to go to the product page, product control page. So we have a get method. So here also when the request is coming, I already talk about this. When the request is coming, slash products get all, scores the product controller get action method. Okay, so here let's copy this here, get all, get all. Right. The product details are displayed successfully, but here the product details are this. So if you have one product, the particular details are directed successfully. Now I'm going to add two products. Okay, so here now another one I'm going to add a LG chart something description also LG. Here we have to price this one, right? We have two different products. Now let me check it. So we have a two item display, but here you can see we have display the category. Instead of category, we have this category ID. I want to display the populate the category collections, category name and category status, all things we have to populate. Okay, so how to join these tables, join these collections, right? So out of these things we are doing here. So what you're going to do is you're back to our project. So project, okay, so your project. Now I'm going to go to the thing is here. I'm going to products. Okay, so here this. So right, okay, so here products. So here it is working successfully. Now what you are going to do is here. I'm going to go to do the thing is. So I'm going to stop the server. I'm going to install the control C to stop the server. I'm going to install the npm install mongoose populate. You have to write this one. Npm install mongoose auto populate. Then only it will be populate the tables. Okay. After that, what you're going to do is we have to back to my. We already made the relationship here. You can see here category table here reference ref and here brand. So we will be accessible all the models, but I want to get all the category name and status, or brand name and brand status. In order to do the thing is, we have to go to the product controller. Here's a product controller, get action method. Here what I'm going to do is, what the needful things we have to do it over here. So I want to do the thing is, here we have to do it product control, right? So you have to write it over here. Simply you have to write it here. Here you can see simple code. There is not a hard code. It's a simple code I have written. Okay, find model, right? Find model, find. Okay, see this one we have to write it over here. Dot populate. We have to write the dot populate. There's a method called populate the tables. Populate two tables. Okay, category and products, brand and products. Okay, we have to populate the table. So you have to populate category, populate brand. Okay, the same name, populate category. Okay, the category, this one should be here, this one, this category, populate category, populate brand. Okay, so populate category and brand. So here you can say model, we have write category. So here category is a brand, right? So write it like this, category and brand. Okay, so here category table, we have a category name. I want is a category name. So what is the category name? You have given cat name. Your cat name. You write it over here, cat name. I want to populate a cat name. If you want status, you have to put in the status as well. We have a here. You need a status as well. Here, how many columns you have to populate, you can give here, right? After that, we have a brand table. We have a brand name. So brand name, how to get the brand name? You have to give the brand name this like this way. You have to give the brand name out here, brand name. Comma state. Don't put the comma. In between, I gave the small spaces in between these two text, right? That's the thing here, right? So of these products, we have to call it over here, product. That's the only thing you have to do it. After that, you have to go back to my product model. We have to implement this one, product schema plugin. We have already installed the auto, this one, that plugin. I already installed the dependencies. Okay, so this dependency. Mongo's auto populate. I already installed. I already saw it out installed. Just populate that one. We have to implement the product schema plugin required model auto populate. You have to this one you have to implement. Then only you can populate the table. So save all and run back to the application again. It's running. Now let's back to here. No, not here. Postman. Now let's. Oh, what's the problem? Not working. There's no error. But what's the problem? So let's back to my product controller. What's the problem? Brand name, cat name, brand name. So we need this one. We have to get rid of these lines. Cat name, brand name, product model, products, JSON, product JSON. So JSON output. It's not working. What was the problem? Is it is? Everything done successfully, but what's the problem? Okay, so what I'm going to do, all things are done. Why it's not working? It's a category. So you make it this one as a here as well. But make this ref, the problem is here. But make this categories of the category. Here also brand. We have to populate like this way. This one we have to populate this one. We have to call it here as well. Category and brands. Sometimes that may be the problem. This won't work. Let's run it again. Then you have to back it over here and let's. Now it's working here. That's the problem. Here, category name also will be here. Here it display category name and brand name. Here it will be populated successfully. Now I want to get another values. So what name products. So I want to get the status also. You have to how many things you are getting. You have to comma and you have to write don't comma. You have to write like this status save all and rerun the application again. It's working. Control C stop. Now let's again rerun it. Here it's working. Now you can see it's working successfully, right? So I hope you guys you understood things well. You must practice this how to solve the problem and all. I hope this is very helpful. We have to do the Node.js development. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we have completed the product section. Let me implement the sales section, right? That's the product section we have completed in our last class, right? Okay, now what you're going to do, first we have to create the route section. So routes, we have the routes. So here we have to create the select the folder which is the routes. Select right click new sales routes.js. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my product routes. Is same thing, just copy and paste it over here. Here also you have to write it as about the request coming. You have to define the path here as inside the src folder sales. Here write sales controller. Right. When the request is this one, we don't need them. Only we have a sales create page on. So we have to sales create when the request is coming. It goes to the sales controller. It's also your sales controller. Create sales. Create sales, which is the method. It goes to create sales method. Right. That's it. That's the thing you have to write it. But then it will be passing the URL to when the URL is coming /create. So you have gave the path of the control where your sales control is resided. It goes to that particular path. There is a method which will be created on that your sales function. You have to create as function. You have to you have to put the create. Okay. This method sales controller create sales action method. Okay, right. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to go to the model section. You have to create the two different models in order to communicate with the sales and sales details. Okay, so your models you write first one is a sales dot js, another one is a sales details dot js. Sales details. Yes, right. So we have two different. You can put it here sales model dot js sales. Okay, so I just keep here as sales dot js, sales detail dot js. So sales details js. What you're going to do is I have a schema. I'm going to create as look like this way. Right. So I'll explain it. So sales model. Okay. So here, so here only the I already told how to create this schema. Here only the sales schema which is we have named it as. Here we have specified the two different columns. One is invoice ID, which is sales ID. Okay, so this is subtotal. Okay, so we no need this invoice ID also. We get rid of this one. We no need that. We have a sales ID. Sales ID we get it. Okay, that is sales ID is invoice ID. Okay, so here only one column which is a subtotal. Okay, so here this table sales ID. Sales ID will be created automatically. We no need to create it. Okay, in this table, that sales ID goes to that sales details table. It's called as a foreign key. Okay, one to many relationship. One sales has many sales details. One order has many sales details. Okay, this is a sales ID. Okay, this sales ID. Okay, this sales ID has many sales details. Right? Okay. Okay, so how to implement the those stuff? Go here. These are the following columns you have to create. Okay, so here this is the relationship we have declaring the define the relationship. Okay, so we have defined the relationship.
This is sales details. This is sales details. I am getting sales details. We have named the schema. Okay, here what I did here is first you have to call the foreign key. Foreign key mean I already explained the product model how to call the foreign key relationship. One category has many products. The same thing here also I have defined here. One sales ID has one sales as many sales details. So here sales details. Okay. So here sales ID here. This is the many. Okay. So here sales. Okay. The sales you have to call it over here. After that, here the sales items. One sales can when sales consists of many sales details. Okay. Items. So that what are the items? Sales product name, price, quantity, and total. Okay. So these are the products. Okay. So product name, price. Okay. If you imagine sales table id subtotal subtotal sales details. Okay, so the id sales details id, the sales id, product name, price, quantity, total. Okay, so if I add one sales id is 1, subtotal is 12,000. So if you have bought the sales id here, the sales id, this is the sales id is coming here. This is the primary key coming to the foreign key over here. Here we have to make it as sugar price free 200, one quantity here 200. Okay, so here this one is we have to make it as 600. The second one sales reaches id 2, sales id 2, sales id is same sales id, same order. I'm getting another product which is a chocolate. So chocolate price is 100, price is 500, 400 by 2 quantity which is a 400, sorry, by 200. Okay, 200 by 2 quantity which is a 400. So altogether 600 the subtotal. Altogether 600 will be the subtotal. Okay, this is how the system will be working. Okay. Okay, I hope you understand this scenario, how the sales and sales details works, right? So the same id will be here repeating, sales id will be repeating. This is that's how we have implement the one to many relationship. One sales consists of many sales details. One sales consists of many sales details. Okay, one sales id, it has a many sales details, right? So here I have write it like this. This is called as a foreign key. This is the primary key. Okay, okay. So, when the primary key is created, only this id is created, only this one will be created. Okay, without created this sales part, without create the sales schema, sales detail won't create. First we must create a sales schema. After that sales detail schema is created, right? Okay, so after add the sales id, the sales foreign key has been created. After that it what are the product we have added, all the things we have to add here, right? So here it is mentioned as sales details. This one is a sales, is a sales. Okay, if you have to write it like this. Okay, right? So this is very must, very essential. These are the things very must. This is very essential. Okay, I hope you understood the things so far well, right? So here there's only the subtotal. The id should be auto increment. Okay, that id is coming over here as a foreign key. It's a foreign key, it's coming the foreign key. Okay, so the example diagram here, this is the my previous project I have done it. So here you can see if you have any confused. Here sales and sales is table 2 are created. Here this is the sales id first created. This sales id is created here. this sales id, this particular sales id, which is goes to this here as a sales id. Here there are number of items created. Here is one is created. Here number of items, there are 3 items. Here one sugar, jam. Here number of products will be created. This is how the system will be work. Okay, one sales id consists of many sales details. One sales id consists of many order details. Okay, so the order and order is likewise it's working. Right, now what you're going to do is we have done it successfully here, implement the relationship successfully. Now let me continue. The another thing is which is a sales controller. So I'm going to select the src folder. Here I'm going to create another folder which is a sales. This sales folder I'm going to create as a sales controller. Sales controller .js. Right. So here what I did here is I already done this. I'll be explaining. If I return and explain it, it take too much of time to complete the project. So I already done the program. So here first what I'm going to do is, so far first you have to implement this all the things. Okay, so this one no need them. At the moment we no need them. Okay. Okay, right. Now let's okay. Now here you can see here. First I have implemented the sales controller. First I have at the server. You have to call the express server. After the routes. After that you have to write the, here we have given the two different path. Okay, here one controller, one here when you save the record, it goes to two different tables, sales table and sales details table. So you have to give the path of the model where your model is resided. Sales model is where it's resided. So here we have to the sales. This is sales, not sales model, sales. The sales here, the model we have named it as this one sales model. Second is a sales details model. So we have to pass sales details model. You have to write the path correctly. The sales model, sales details model. We have two different models. Okay. So after that, this is a function. What are the function we have created? If you have any doubts, go here. What's the function? Sales, create sales function. Come over here, create sales function. So create sales function. This one you have to call it as outside create sales function. Right. Okay. So here you have gave the path correctly where your sales details and sales detail is resided. This is the path. Okay. This is the path you have given. Right. So here you are now you are in the which folder? src. Inside the src sales, inside the sales you are here. So you go double dot slash means go out of the folder. Out of the folder src. So src out of the folder. So if you go out of the folder, there is a model folder. Inside the model folder, you have to get the sales. The same thing like sales details elsewhere. Okay, define the path. Now we have to get this variable, assign to this variable. After this method, first you have to get the body. So when the request is coming from the front end, you will be able to check it. Put the console and check it whether all the values are coming or not. So you will be check it the request is coming or not. You can check it like this. After that, you have to write like this. So we need these things. No, we no need these things. Item I have get rid of this icon. We have to remove this one. Item ID. Okay, so item ID we no need. Sorry, invoice ID we no need. Only we keep subtotal. Okay, subtotal only we need. Okay, right. So what I did here is, so let's save them. Right. So we have get retrieve the details from the front end. Right, front end. Okay, sales subtotal and items. Okay, subtotal and items. Now it's subtotal. It will be goes to over here. Okay, so you have to when the request is coming from the front end, it passing the subtotal is goes to the sales table. Sales table is reside on this path, this model sales. So here we are, it's added the sales details. Okay, so this schema uh, which will be created for the subtotal. It will be add and show the subtotal in this collection. Okay, so here second one, there is a save method because sales table save method. Right, after that when the subtotal is created, the sales ID is created. After that, we have created the sales details table. The sales ID which is goes to the sales details table. So we have to the sales details. For the sales details, you have to get path sales details. So here first, what are the columns here? Here you can see the same columns. You can see here as well. This model here, sales ID, the sales table ID which is goes to here. It is referred to this table, sales table. This refer to the sales table. You can write it here. Okay. After that, this item, product name, price, quantity, and total. That's the thing you have to declare here. So here, okay. So here item, you have to map it. Item map, you have to loop it while we adding the records. Here I comment what are the reference to save sales document. Okay. So here it will be loop it, product name, price, item, quantity, total. Okay, so here price and total, it will be multiply and get the total over here, right? That's how we have add the details, right? So after that, it will be after that this one sales will be goes to the sales table. After this, all things are go to sales details table. There is a method called save, right? So we have put it the assign function. You have to go to the avoid, both are avoid. That's the thing here. You will be able to check this console log as well, whether it's working fine or not. After this, all the things are working as we our requirements, the record is will be saved as sales and sales details is created successfully. So your sales created successfully, sales created successfully. If there any error, it will be error will be displayed, right? So all are fine. Okay, so don't worry, this also is what I provide you. Okay, don't worry, this is the efficient way to write the code, right? So now I'm going to go to run the code and check it. um, Already running the application. Control C to copy is stop, run again. It's running. So what I did here is, so what are the server, I'm going to get the post method. So get this same the category. So that category, this products is same code. This one is a port we are running, 7000 port. Okay, this one could be what is the API is coming. Say API, PI, the routes, sales create this API, right? Sales create. So you have the body row, open and close bracket. Here we have write the same thing. You can see here I need only sales. Here go to sales detail, sales only we have only the subtotal only. So you get this subtotal, paste it over here. Simply you write like this, get it. You not leave any mistakes. Subtotal or subtotal, let's do the example your 6000 as subtotal, comma what are the item which is a, so these are right. So here sales details, so sales details goes here. These are the sales ID, item, all things you are getting here. Copied, paste to the postman over here, right? This is how we have to get it. Okay, here we have to write sales ID. We have to get rid of these lines. Okay, here we no need to put it this one. Sales ID also need is automatically created sales ID. So we not the sales ID. So here subtotal and we need item only. Okay, sales ID is automatically created. Okay, so we no need to put it here. Here only the product name. You can write sugar, comma, write it's a price. So price 50,000, quantity 10, comma total 3,000. That's it. So here comma another products, which is a ice something 5,000. Okay, just like this. Okay, 5 here, 10,000 altogether. So 2,000, 3,000, jam. Okay, I just check it. Click send button. What's there? Uh, can't process sales create. Okay, what's there going on? Where's the routes? Okay, the route is I'm not calling the route set. Okay, so here go to the server. So your server, when the request is coming, the sales route. So you have to copy this products, this one. Here also we didn't call the sales route. This one should be sales routes. It also available here, sales route here. If we are not calling it, not work this routes part. Okay, so here also defining the here also find the sales route. Sales route you have to call it here. Just copy it, paste over here. Control stable, Control C to power stop. It will run it again. What's error? Back get that error. Sales route model sales. What is error? Model sales. So it's back to sales route. Sales controller, right? That's fine. Some problem with this one where it's coming from sales controller. There's a sales controller. It's a models, not models. The folder which will be models, that's why it's fine. Okay, if what's the errors coming on, you have to read the error. Some students are not reading, but they are comment me. So now it's running fine. Now running fine. Now let's check back. Now the sales created successfully. Bring back to the application. Over here, go to our DB first. Refresh it. Here sales details, all things are here. All things are created successfully. Click on this here. Subtotal is display over here. The subtotal display. Here subtotal is display. Let's look at the sales details table. Here it's successfully created. Here sugar. Here it's successfully here. It's successfully created. Here it will be calculated. Here it will be calculated. All things are calculated through this code. Okay, like this. Perfectly, it's working. I hope you guys you understood things well. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. If you love my channel, please subscribe me, like me. Thank you for watching.